Hey there, kindergarten, and welcome to my brand new kitchen here at my new house we moved to over winter break. I hope that you all have been enjoying your time of rest, but while you've been resting, the world has still been turning, and the seasons have still been changing, and it is solidly winter outside now. I don't know about you, but I saw plenty of snow outside over break, which was really fun every time I would see it start to fall from the sky. But today we're not going to talk about snow. We're going to talk about water. I love water. And I bet, I can kind of hear some of you already go, water? Mr. Bennett, I know what water is. I drink water. I use water to wash my hands. I use water when I take a bath. I use water when I flush the toilet. I know what water is. And you're right. You probably do know what water is. But today we're going to take time to really grow our understanding of water and to have a deeper understanding of water so that we can know how water affects us in wintertime. Water is a liquid. Liquids are a special type of matter. Everyone say matter. Matter. That's right. I'm matter, you're matter, this table is matter, and this water is matter. Because matter is anything that takes up space in this world. If you are made out of matter, that means you matter. You are important because you take up space in this world. And water is a liquid, which is a special type of matter. It's a special type of matter that takes up the shape of anything it's put into. So my water used to be shaped like the inside of this cup, but now it's wide and short like the inside of this cup. And I can pour it right back, and it goes right back to being tall and skinny. Tall and skinny, short and wide. And to make it even more short and wide, I can pour it into this bowl. And all of a sudden, that really tall and skinny water is really flat and wide. You can see how my water changes from cup to cup. I can even put water in something like this and make it into a bunch of little shapes. I'll pour that in. And I can show you how the water has changed. See, now the water is separated into all these little containers. That's because water is a liquid. Everyone say water is a liquid. But what if I told you water isn't a liquid all the time? Would that blow your mind? Water isn't always like this. You see, sometimes water is a solid. Everyone say, solid! One more time, solid! That's right, water can be a solid. Solids are strong. They don't change their shape no matter what. Solids stay strong. So some solids are strong. They stay their shape. They won't change from container to container. And I'm going to make this liquid into a solid. And to do that, I'm going to go put it in my freezer over here. And while it's in there, and as it gets colder and colder, it's going to change into a solid. Let's put it in the freezer, and we'll come back in a few minutes to see what happens. We'll go ahead and give that a few minutes, and to prove that I'm not doing anything to inside that freezer, you're going to be able to watch me stand still the entire time. While we're waiting, friends, water isn't the only kind of liquid. so many kinds of liquids. Lava is a liquid, Mountain Dew is a liquid, milk is a liquid, mud is a liquid. There are all sorts of liquids. Liquids are any kind of matter that form to the shape you put them in. Liquids are anything that form to the shape you put them in. One way I like to remember liquids are pretty much anything that you can flush down a toilet or put down the drain of your sink, because they'll go through all those pipes without getting the sink clogged or the toilet clogged. Anyway, let's go back to waiting. I just checked, it's not quite ready yet. We'll give it a few more minutes. Mr. Bennett is definitely not a liquid, so don't go trying to flush me down the toilet, because I am not changing my shape to fit into these glasses. Another kind of liquid, coffee, which we make every morning in this house. You can make coffee and it goes right into the coffee pot and it will change shape into your coffee mug because it is a liquid. You know, let's go ahead and check on that water and see what's happened to it. I bet it's done transforming now. Oh my goodness. Check this out with me. This water is not a liquid anymore. It has turned into a solid. It is now ice. Ice is a solid. And you know what? I can prove that ice is a solid. I'll take out one of these ice cubes and show you. Oh. Which can be a little bit tricky when it's frozen solid like this. One second, I'll get a tool. Look at this ice. It is frozen solid and it is stuck in this shape. Even though I took it out and I'm holding it in my hands, it is now in this shape. And whether I put it in this cup or in this cup or in this bowl, it's going to stay this shape. Ice is a solid. Let me hear you say solid. Ice is a solid, snow is a solid. These are solid forms of water. So we learned about water being a liquid, and now we just saw water be a solid. But there is one more way that water can exist. And I'm going to show you that way over here, closer to my stove. Come with me, friends. Hey there, welcome over to my stovetop. And we just saw how freezing water in the cold took it from liquid to solid. Now we're going to heat up that water and we're going to see how when we add heat, a liquid can turn into something that we call a gas. Everyone say gas. A gas is something that is so thin that it can fill up any space without needing a container. Think of the air around you. The air around you is a gas. So is the helium in a balloon. It is a gas. And so is the wind that goes by you. It is a gas. But we can transform this water and ice into a gas. Let's check that out together. I'm heating up that water now. I'm going to transform the camera so that you can see that water getting heated up close. So you can see already, most of the ice has already melted. And now it's all water in here. But we're going to continue to watch that water, and we're going to see how it transforms from liquid to gas. And I should say, friends, never, ever, ever use your stove without a grown-up with you knowing what's going on. That's why Miss Abby is right behind me. While we're waiting to see what happens, maybe share with your teacher or a grown-up nearby what you predict is going to happen. How will the water turn into a gas? What will that gas be called? I know you can't see on your end, but I'm starting to see itty bitty bubbles forming inside of the water in my container. And it can be really hard to see, so look carefully, but you can see how those bubbles are beginning to come bigger and bigger, and as they pop, this gas is floating out from the top, and I can even feel it up here, the hotness from it, and that gas is called steam. Steam is a gas form of water. And as this boils and boils, the amount of liquid water that's still in here is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And the amount of gas going into the air is more and more and more. Have you ever seen someone boil mac and cheese before? And you know, the longer they cook it, the thicker the cheese gets. The reason that is as the cheese heats up, the water that's in the cheese boils out, and the cheese gets thicker and thicker until your mac and cheese is perfect. Same thing here. This liquid is boiling and turning into a gas. So that, for you friends, are the 3 states that water and all matter exist in. There are liquids, there are solids, and there are gas. Liquid, solid, and gas. Today we're going to explore those 3 states of matter. I'm going to see how well you've been listening and how good of a scientist you are by seeing if you can figure out which objects are solid, which objects are liquid, and which objects are gas. Work hard and have fun. I'll talk to you soon, everyone. Bye.